Todd are mixed up.
What? If it's TNT, it does not matter. I'm just gonna just do TNT and make it up till I'm like, wait.
Need a motion to approve the previous minutes.
I make a motion to accept the minutes of previous meeting.
Second it?
All in favor?
Switching it up this week.
Yes,
I'm gonna stay
thank
quiet
you.
over here. Hang on, we don't keep these up there no more today.
Yeah, so this one I need a motion. Whoops.
Yeah, we did that.
Need a motion.
Oh,
Make
we
a
need-
resolution.
Need a motion to make a resolution to authorize Jason to sign to the town's behalf.
For that interlocal agreement, yes.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Alright. So that one's a good one. You can just go with that one.
I'm gonna ask you this question, but
Yeah.
we straightened out yet?
Bill no longer is getting uniforms from UniFirst. He is just dealing with his own stuff, and I told him just stop. It's 3 months worth of him not having any clothes and them still charging, and we had to fight with them, and they've taken him off the contract.
And what are they gonna do to the rest of us? They take
No, you
us-
guys are fine. If you guys are okay with it, it's fine.
I mean, yeah, I'm getting my uniforms, I don't.
Yeah, nope, they haven't straightened his out. It's been
Yeah, mostly.
mostly like,
So Bill changed, let's see, he
what's
changed
on
sizes and
Wow.
stuff, and that's messed everything up. How's two different
Yeah,
color for him?
no, they
changed
could
things.
not.
He got-
Literally 6 weeks worth of going back and forth with them, and they could not figure out that he had 2 jackets and 1 pair of pants, and he's supposed to have 11 and 11, and they still, 6 weeks, like that's a lot. And it's actually been 2 months since he's had anything, but
Yeah.
6 weeks since I started fighting with them, so they just finally said, yeah.
So, like, does Bill want an allowance or something for clothes, or how, what's he wanna do?
Actually, I mean,
Nothing?
yeah, I didn't think of that, like, you know what I mean, it would kind of make sense that
Or are
he
we
did
gonna
go down and,
Look for another distributor.
so we have, so you can and you can't, because
Oh,
the
it's not
whole
a contract.
contract, you have to have some sort of discrepancy within 60 days. You know what I mean, you gotta give him 60 days to correct it or whatever, and this all started on May 1st, and he's the only one, so they took him off the contract. I'm not sure, we can, I can see, if you guys
Must be
want.
if they can break it. If they took him off, that's breaking it, ain't it?
It, well, kinda, sorta, I don't, it's up to you guys, I don't care what you do.
I mean, I have no complaints with them. I mean, I get my uniforms and, but I
Yeah.
mean, if it would be cheaper to go somewhere else, we could do that, or.
We got what, how many more years ago, did you say 2 years left on the contract? Maybe get down to a year and see if there's anybody else locally in the area that services this area. Might be an idea to think
Right.
about, and then take a look and see what your options are.
Yeah.
Evaluate it and go from there.
We'll just look at an allowance there and, yeah, kinda go with that, yeah.
So are they gonna, so if Bill's not on that contract, is it for like so many people, and then are they gonna, are they just, that's it? Money lost or whatever for the uniforms, or how?
Yeah, like, right now, they're just taking him off, they did not give me anything more than
Okay.
that, and they haven't changed anything in the billing as of right now. You know what I mean, we can look at it again if they do, but
Okay.
right now, they have not.
Alright.
Number 4.
Okay, need a motion to approve the interlock agreement by and between the towns of Johnson, Hyde Park, St. George, Berkshire, Sheldon, and share assessor services.
I move.
I second.
All that.
Mark's getting in here now.
I didn't want it to be a TT.
No, I don't. Jeez.
I'll move all that.
Alright,
That's all I need. Except for you to sign everything. That's all right, you
Okay.
can move on.
moving on, Sean and Ed.
You got it?
Yes. So, Mark's got some news about the building, I heard.
They're looking at cross consulting.
Only the information that I shared with Emily, so Emily could share it with everybody.
Can you,
Mark
can you
shares
go,
first.
just so I can get this interlocal agreement done, please?
Sure, but you have a copy of that, what I
do.
sent you?
I do. If I don't, I'll get it in a quick hurry, because I thought I did, but that's all right, it's all right. It'll only take me a second.
Yep.
Seal still out.
Huh?
So, we're gonna-
Cecil still out.
Yep.
short is we're gonna have to wait for you. That's where Mark, the park was out, so it's still not permitted, you can't. So, it's, yeah, it's still, it's still.
You didn't put any lime on that Marvin Road till today, right? Or did you put some
No,
on?
we put some on it the other day.
And it didn't work.
Apparently not.
What'd you put in?
The Marvin Road,
One that didn't work?
it's better.
She
Oh, they did it
called-
today. They did it this
Oh,
morning.
that's our buddy.
When I went to work this morning, they limed it.
Yeah, Mario's wife.
No, they
But
did
she
it,
was out there when I went by with the fire truck. I come off the hill by Claude's, I got down the bridge and I see her standing in the middle of the road up there by her driveway. And she starts, and I slowed down about 10 miles less than I was going, because I was going about 40. And I was going 30 when I got to her, and she did not, she had one leg out, she was gonna try to get out, and she was still going like that. It's like, right, I know what she's mad at, because it's dust flying.
No, before I did it Thursday,
Okay.
and she called Friday and wanted it done again, and then,
It didn't work.
and yeah, I did, I went up through there Sunday, and I said, oh, well.
Oh, so too many.
I mean,
farm trucks
we were only going
Yeah,
30,
there's-
35
she's-
miles an
Before
hour.
I
It
could
was
get set.
I
I went through at 11 o'clock, it was fine.
today.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did it again this morning.
we redid it to this morning. First,
He was out early,
Well, I say
7:30.
that.
He was on at 7:30, he
I went
was
up through
just going
Thursday.
off.
first thing
Yeah.
this
when
morning, he
they're
loaded
closed
up and went out.
Wednesday night, I went through there with job trailer, parked my job trailer, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta get keys out the locker. Open the door up, looked like just a child was coming out, but freaking thing was so full of dust. Well, that was bad. That was bad.
Ready to share that with us, Mark?
Oh, I'm just reading over what they had read,
Your father was.
make sure
He
I'm,
comes to see me quite often.
The only thing I got, Mark,
and they gave her price. So I reached out because neither of us had heard back from Cross Consulting, based on Mike Jarvis's, out of his wheelhouse, recommended Cross Consulting to deal with any of the permits. So this took place, after our meeting, from me on the 29th. I received this from Ryan on the 29th. I think the state should go out and verify my wetland flags and see what they say on the impacts. Are they considered new impacts, existing impacts? Will permitting be required, or if so, what sort of permitting, new or after the fact? If you want us to proceed with this, let me know, and I will set up a time with the state to meet out there themselves. Ryan. So I responded on the 29th as well. Hi, Ryan. Emily, is there another sheet?
Yep, it's right here.
Oh, I'm gonna say, something isn't jiving here,
You can only turn that paper over so.
you know. So I said, thank you for the information. answering his questions down here on the 29th as well. Now that I have it in order from Emily. Hi Mark, this is my overview of my site visit. So I read you the response of his site visit after I reached out to him. This is my overview of my site visit, wetland delineation, and some research I've done. Pete can speak more on the stormwater side of things, but I think the fact that the proposed garage is on an already impacted gravel surface make it so no stormwater isn't required. Water, wastewater wise, as long as you aren't increasing the original design flow from the original permit, then an addendum to the water or wastewater permit wouldn't be required. If truck washers are going to be proposed through that, then there'll be a significant increase in design flow, and a permit addendum would have to be required. My concern is the wetland and the associated buffer. That will be classified as a Class 2 wetland, which has a 50 feet buffer associated with it. It appears the town has been slowly filling in the wetland to make this area. Some of it fill that's been there a while, and some more recent. Even if the state calls this whole area existing impact, I'm not 100% sure the building itself is outside the 50 feet buffer. Brian Wells.
That can be, yeah.
So then I read from Brian to Mark. So I commented the 29th, where's, on the 20th. So this was my response to his first response on the 20th. I said, hey Pete, I was able to make it out to, oh hold on, oh this is from Ryan Wells. I was able to make it out to the Berkshire Town Garage on Sunday. They have the new town garage all staked out. It appears the majority of the area where the new town garage is proposed is all gravel fill. The wetland is contained at the bottom of the slope of the fill. I've attached a PDF of the approximate delineation, but I haven't got that, and I don't think
No,
it
I
was
have
sent
not.
via, so I gotta go back and get that delineation from them. The approximate delineation and a copy of my field book. We didn't see that either, did we? I didn't see anything attached.
No, there was nothing.
I took a bunch of pictures of the site and I went through Google Earth historical photos to try and get a feel of when the fill was put there. All those photos are in the R 2024 WP 2024 Berkshire Town Garage photos. It appears the most recent
Oh, yeah.
sand shed was built in 2004.
2014.
Well, it says
No,
2004.
No, it's
Oh,
2000.
no.
Wasn't it
The
2000?
original.
The original one.
Well, the original, but they did, build a
Trust
new
me.
one in
Right.
2014.
Right,
Yeah.
but that's the original.
Yeah,
So was there anything done then?
no, there wasn't.
We don't know.
No,
And from what I can tell, Phil started placed around 2008, 2009, and again in 2015, 2018. So be it. This is the information which they go on this, I'm gonna say wetland site, and they've got historical data
so,
on file from year to year.
They look, you know what I mean? They're looking
Yeah, it's
down.
GPS.
They look down on it.
Yeah.
they can see
Just-
from,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, a couple of notes pertaining to this. We don't have this resolved yet, to my understanding, or to our understanding, if everyone agrees. We need to reach back to their office. We don't see the delineation map, nor do we have any of his field notes.
It's been a while since you put anything out there, isn't it?
Now, I told them, and I responded here,
but have they called the state to come out here and do that yet, though? That was my understanding, was they
no.
haven't, so.
No.
No, because there's a cost associated with that.
Right, which is fine, like I said, so we're not gonna have that test until we get a hold of them.
We didn't ask them for it yet.
No, that's, yeah,
And that's what's gonna be decided tonight.
right.
Yeah.
No, we.
So going back-
Obviously, we have to.
So going back to what we had said earlier, I responded to him pertaining to the stormwater, wastewater. And I said, thank you for the information. But I also stated, per our understanding of the building, there are no truck bay being set up for washing per building design and to my understanding of the project. Any washing is outside. Rent stop, whatever may have you.
Right,
So we all agree on that.
right,
So which I thought and knew that was a true statement.
right.
Yep. And then I asked him what was his next step regarding the project and wetlands. Because he left it kind of an open-ended. He didn't give a true
Well, that's
statement.
what I was reading at the end, I was like, well, I don't even know how to answer, because I don't know what they were really looking for.
Yep. And then if you go on his last response on May 31st, this is what it says.
Yeah.
Thank you for the call earlier. I think I outlined my findings below because it wasn't clear to us, and it still isn't clear
No.
because of the lack of their documentation. I think I outlined my findings below. As far as moving forward with the wetlands, my professional opinion, and I think I mentioned this earlier, would be for the state to come out to the site and verify my wetland delineation. I have no information on what areas and where the new building is being proposed. I told them that the corners were pinned. When you go up, you're gonna see it. It's all visual. I don't think how new or how old the fill is, because I told him, as I knew what we had seen as a physical presence, the storage of culvert, the storage of whatever have you that you had, that was the storage area. And they cleared it. So there may be some ruffled up old gravel that might look like new, but there is nothing new there, not to our knowledge. I have no information on what area the new building was being proposed. So anyways, it goes down and said, I know that how new or old the fill is, so I would let the state determine that and determine if there's an existing impact or not. If it is a violation or requires an after-the-fact permit, or if there is no impact at all. If wetland permitting is required, it would probably cost approximately $2,000.
Right, which is not.
So, if you would like to have us set up a time to meet with the state out there, let me know. I'll work on getting it scheduled. So, this brings us to the point of, I think what we put onto the table is we make a motion whether or not we want Cross Consulting to move forward with their efforts. I believe we do.
Yeah, I think we opened that can of worms now.
Well, it's a
So-
big can of worms.
Yeah,
Well-
well, what if so the building's not even the same size as the original plans anyway, so they had to do this? Or if we just scrap the drains and fill them all in?
It's not.
It's nothing to do with the drain.
It has
say, I
nothing
think
to do
the
with the
Drain
drainage
is
at this
stormwater,
point.
right?
It's nothing to do with the stormwater.
Oh, it's not.
There's nothing to do with stormwater.
Existing wetland.
It's all
Yeah.
wetlands. Nothing to do with how we're building, what Sean has designed, at all or nothing. That's all perfect.
It's wetlands.
It's where it's setting in the proximity of that to the wetland. So
It's the impact of the building.
he mentions 50 feet. He mentions the 50 feet. I think it's pretty close to having the 50 feet.
Close.
But we're not gonna know until we have them come out
Tear
and,
the old building
So he's
down.
delineated the wetlands.
No, we can move
but
the
which we
building.
haven't seen.
Right, but he says he's delineated the wetlands. Now he wants state approval of his delineation.
Right.
And that
And
that
what-
they agree.
Right, and once that line's drawn on their delineation, you gotta go at least 50 feet beyond their delineation to start the building.
Yeah,
Right?
we're all saying the same thing.
Yeah, it's just.
But we don't have that documentation.
You have to have the state come out and.
No, right, but Brian,
Across.
So that's the next thing.
Ryan
is
says
how
he's
long-
delineated.
Right,
We haven't got that yet, John.
right, what I'm
But
saying
the
is-
state has to okay his delineation.
Yes,
Okay.
The state has to.
And the
come out,
state-
No, right.
And then
We're-
once that.
we all agree.
Right, once that line's drawn in the sand, and then you gotta be at least 50 feet away from
Yeah.
it to build it.
Yeah, yeah,
So when you bring, what we don't know is when you bring the state here,
yeah.
what they're gonna say about what you filled in the years past. Like, that's where the can of worms could be. They could.
But this is where
they
we
could
are.
hang your ass.
But this is where we are.
Right, you're too late, you're.
You know, this
can't move
was
forward without-
taken from, it was established from Mike Jarvis. It was out of Mike Jarvis's wheelhouse,
Yeah, you have to do it.
and he forwarded it on to Cross Consulting, and they're doing what's necessary.
Yeah, what's legal, you're gonna, and you know what, when all the dust settles, you're gonna be legal beagle, it's gonna be
Right.
good.
Right.
But you have to go through that process.
It's all the loopholes you gotta go through today.
Yeah,
You
It's
gotta
all,
go
it's
through
yeah, I know.
just another,
That's why we're doing it.
just another loop. You gotta jump through that hoop, then there'll be another hoop, there'll be another.
Yeah,
You don't, when you jump through this hoop though,
This is a big hoop.
No, it's a
Depends how
It's a little
they-
hoop, you gotta squeeze through.
it
Yeah.
depends how.
Oh, I
who
double
you're
checked, there's no
sitting.
attachments.
and I didn't see
Yeah, I
any.
didn't see, yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah,
Now, we got wiggle room to
I mean-
move that garage.
Yeah, you can move.
right, and that's what I was over there earlier,
Now, does
when
that
you drove by,
Ryan having to
looking
redo a
at
bunch of
where
stuff?
where the orientation is, there is some wiggle room.
Which is good,
Right.
Yeah.
right, so if the
Right.
state comes back and says your wetlands are here, well, you got what, you can.
Measure 50 feet and go from there.
Go
The next thing
60
is
or
how long does
70
it
or
take
80
for them to
feet.
come out here and do anything,
Yeah.
that's.
Give it a
Yeah,
little.
yeah,
Yeah,
well,
don't put it at 50.
Boy, we're gonna be able to good gravel, we don't even have to haul anything.
Yeah, no,
With the state, good luck.
yeah,
And whoever comes out, right, like if
Yeah.
they have a hair across their ass
Yeah.
that day, they're gonna ride you hard.
yeah.
Yeah, just-
And I went up and I did check with Roy before I come here, Roy Hango, his wastewater permit.
I went through everything.
So when I
just
went-
fine, but, yeah.
No, but this wasn't nothing to do with that. This was to do with the wetlands, when he designed that system
Yeah.
and the orientation of the building. In the day of what he had thought it was clear.
Yeah.
So, things grow, and it's been 5, 6.
It was 2019
2000
when he was out here, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he said 2014.
No, it was 2019 when we put the well and the septic in. And that's when he,
Is that the date on his drawing? The 19th?
Oh,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it
2019.
was 2000.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was a bit earlier than that, but,
yeah, no, it was 2019, right here's where our wastewater permit's 2019's right here.
okay, good,
No,
good,
So
good.
the next step is hiring them and.
Gotta hire this
Get the
out.
state here as quickly as, or as quick as you can, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you need to be around.
Can you come yesterday?
Right.
No, try, it'll be, I bet you don't get them here within a month. It'll be a month.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's a municipality,
Maybe.
maybe, right? Little,
so do we wanna do
Tell me when you're
a
gonna find
motion to
yourself.
have
Then
cross
that's come right up,
consulting
right?
move forward?
Call and report it, somebody report
I
it.
can add this.
So I make a motion that we
Berkshire.
accept.
In a second for cross consulting to move forward with the,
I'll give you one of those. And
Thank you.
TNT that way.
Sure.
thank you. And all,
All in favor?
Aye.
okay.
Never gonna build this garage.
Of course we are.
Patience.
You know what, at the end of this thing, you're better to cross all your Ts and dot
Yeah.
all your Is, cause you don't wanna get into moving shit and
No.
it is what it is.
That's
It is,
right.
it is what it
Yeah,
is.
imagine you got concrete in the ground, then, hey, move that building back 50 feet.
I can name a builder that did it, and he had to pull the foundation. I know a builder that built too close, within the 50 feet, they made him pull, and Roy Hangle was involved in that one too. They had to pull the foundation, cost them a foundation because they were too close to wetlands. And they will make you do it.
Well, if I can just, for a second, the other day, Brian was here about the ramp and all that
Oh,
stuff. We went down cellar. This is just for information for you guys. The carrier beam from roughly where that camera is to the front and roughly where Tony's sitting to the front, underneath in the basement, are dry rotted significantly.
They're dropping.
They're breaking.
Hmm.
And they're roughly under those two walls. So, I don't have time to deal with it, and I don't jack anyways, so I don't have the equipment to jack that stuff. But you guys need to probably think about pulling some maintenance money and fixing those two beams. They're gonna have to be, the floor joists are gonna have to be jacked up, supported, and then those two beams are gonna have to be cut out, and probably two new beams are gonna have to be made to go back in there, cause they're old. They look like 8x8s, or maybe like even 9x9s, they're big square sawed beams. So, just a heads up.
All right, no, thank you.
That's, we were down
Yeah,
there,
they would
we were
want-
down there measuring some
That's
the
good to
septic
know.
line and stuff, and
That's good to know.
one of them's, that one over there, that's probably why that floor's got that big belly in it, because it's pretty rough. And the other one, underneath Tony going that way, has got a big crack in it, so,
Yeah.
and it goes right from the support to the outside wall, so it's, somebody's gonna have to get in there with some jacks and blocking, straight, shore it up.
Right. Right.
I don't really know too many people that will block and jack that's gonna get that. But,
Yeah. All right.
So Sean, a question for you. Your original contract said October for an end date.
None of that, yeah,
So, I'm just saying, so
2025.
we're probably gonna expect a new contract when all of this
We're gonna
comes
have to do
through,
it.
just
We're gonna-
because
and you know-
everything's
So
changing.
the concern that I have is I need to go back and revisit my material,
Yeah, no, everything.
to be fair.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the only concern I have is revisiting my material,
Right.
Yeah.
and then we need to look at it again.
And we
Yeah.
still might not even be this year. The state doesn't do anything fast. Unless you start something new.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna
Time will
put
tell.
that you guys agreed, you know, we'll revisit a new contract.
Yeah, well, right, right.
well, you might not be parking the truck in there for the first half of the winter.
Yeah.
We're,
Depends.
yeah, we build year round, you know what I mean, it's not
Yeah.
see what happens.
So we'll
Let's
just
go
roll
with
with it
it.
for now
Yeah.
because
We
nothing's.
can go, we'll go.
You got a place to park the trucks for
Yeah.
December,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not out.
It still can, it's not like, can't start in July or August and get done in January. Not like we couldn't do it, because we've done it. Done it
You
without-
can, but you
started,
wanna
you know,
make sure most of
it's
the
just-
outside work's
You
done.
start it and whenever, as long as the ground's not froze, you can go.
Right.
It don't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
It's just,
Preferably to start sooner than later, right? Schedule wise for,
Right. Well, that was the original plan, was to,
right, it's a
Yeah.
big chunk of my
but
schedule.
we wanna
that
make
kinda
sure that
like
everybody's,
no,
everybody's
absolutely.
safe.
Kinda teetering, right? Just sitting there.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be
Cause you're
safe.
gonna start filling in, you've moved projects forward now.
Yeah, have to.
Have to,
Yeah,
have
we're
to.
going.
Yeah, and that's understood. That's understood.
that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
For all of us.
So when are we gonna get, Brian Douglas's official back from his analysis?
For the porch?
Well, from the rebuild or,
Well, he just came out here,
He's coming up with a plan to start the ramp
over here.
basically on the corner of the
Put it
building.
over
There'll be
there.
a landing area and it'll turn, he'll come up a little bit of concrete. Then he's suggesting just basically a footing wall on that side with some pillars to support a roof, an extension on the roof so the snow doesn't land on the ramp. That would be like it comes over, the concrete comes up, and then there's a step in it. And then from there up, it can be wood or and composite decking and stuff like that, up to this corner, and then the door would be put in this corner, roughly where that picture is.
Which would bring us up to code because we only have one exit out of here. Well,
And then,
we can go out the window, we would just have to roll
Well, I
Jenny
think-
out one of the windows, but no.
but I also think there's a certain footage that allows you not to have that second means of egress.
Right, because we have not done any
Because there's a-
alterations here.
Well,
We
there-
don't have-
During the original, if
Yeah.
a certain amount of footage,
I think,
lengthwise,
yeah, but I
is
think this building got away with it.
only one's required. We'd have to revisit the information that was provided
I
at the
think this
time.
building got away with it because it's a historical building. I think that's.
Well, yeah, but it was all brought up to code, Ed. we had to have ADA access,
Oh, yeah.
so
Yeah, as far as that.
everything was touched on, I think, but,
But he's also looking at,
Workspace connection.
the new,
Looking for a
the new
job.
porch.
right,
He's gonna do some recommendations on new porch material that'll hold up to the salt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe,
yeah.
But he was here on Thursday, so I would assume we're gonna get it either the end of this
Yeah,
week
it
or early
won't.
next week.
I
Yeah.
don't, he didn't give a timeline
Mhm.
when I met, I came here and met with him just to try to help her with questions.
Right, so is our plans to review that once they have that
Yep.
ready for them?
Yeah, I told her that's probably something, unless you can find somebody to build it, but it's probably something you're gonna look at next summer.
Yeah, everybody's
Everybody
busy
this
right
year.
now, yeah, we're not, yeah,
There's
yeah,
a- I
As
got,
long as you can
I got
keep
some
throwing
lags
down
in
the
my
boards
truck
out
for the-
there, we're all good.
yeah.
I got some lags in my truck that'll hold
We
down
have
that
really
deck
does
porch
the
for
sport,
the
do the bead.
winter.
Yeah, yeah,
Do
maybe all
everything.
one thing, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, is there anything else for Sean? Ed?
No, just gotta get the ball rolling, right? That's
We're
all.
just gonna keep
the
you
ball-
posted?
Keep
Yeah.
pushing the ball.
We're gonna keep you posted.
Keep pushing, that's all you can do.
That's where we are right now, and as soon as we hear something back,
So
we'll let you know.
Stay
What
on,
about the whole
stay
10
on.
day, you get 10 days and all that?
Yeah, that's Friday, but it
That's
said, but me and Lori looked it over and it said that it had to have, passed or failed by more than 5% of the vote, and we already did that, so,
So we don't have to go jump through any of those hoops or
Nope.
anything?
no,
Okay. Just wait for this.
yeah,
The next week is for the state.
yep.
Who knows?
Again,
When you only had 100 people vote, it didn't take much for it to pass by, so.
Yep.
Yeah, 101 people,
Yep.
yeah.
That's what it is.
Out of 1,100 people on the checklist, 101 people voted.
Well, that's what, yeah, it was,
It's like, yeah,
1%.
so.
yep.
Okay.
Hey, you guys are off the hook. For now.
Come again. Just wait and hear from you, I guess, from the state.
Yeah, yeah,
So they're gonna come to a site visit and they're gonna have to get back, you know, what I mean, it's gonna be
yeah,
time after that before they get back. to
because
you.
they'll have to do their own research.
Yep.
and blah, blah.
yep.
So, do you want to message them in the morning, or do you want me to?
We can use the email, and what I suggest is to put all of us on the email, and we'll all see the
Well,
information.
so Peter Garso wanted one point of contact.
I'll be the contact.
I told him that.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
So I can
Yep.
just see
I didn't know,
everybody, but
and then I'll share it to everyone, or
Only-
just to you, then you can distribute it.
Yeah, no, it's
I mean,
fine.
how'd that work? That
Yeah,
work pretty
no,
good?
Perfect,
Good,
perfect.
yep.
So.
All right,
So is there any other new garage business? Because that's what was next. Huh? Oh,
well, we did, Jason and I talked the other night, on your,
Yeah, Corky.
oh yes.
So I've talked to him and played phone tag with him. And he's come out, he's looked at it, and he still hasn't got to me with a,
So you
Bid
figured out
or
what size
whatever.
pipe you needed.
I talked to Mark, and Mark, we talked about Schedule 40, but.
well, we talked about what size?
Oh, 3 inch?
3
and
inch,
2
two twos.
And he said that, it's better than Schedule 40, what he puts in. He just did a big shop for, the power company,
Good,
and he said, but, looking like, don't quote me to this, but he
Like
said
around 5.
5,000.
right, that's what you mentioned to me too,
Yes.
we don't have
But I
anything
don't have
in writing
anything
yet,
in
so we're
writing.
just still kinda waiting,
But,
Which is still okay.
yeah, yeah.
other than that,
Yep.
I talked to him on the way home, and, but that was.
Right.
Well, he said he'd email something, or send me a picture or something, or whatever, but
I'll check it.
I
first.
don't have anything other than that.
Yeah, and I got another name from Cross last week, Mike's Pouring and Boring. And Jane gave me the number, and I called him. Nobody on the other end. So, and I tried 5 times. Nobody on the other end. So, sounds like that. If we had someone that responded,
We're good.
Yeah.
we're gonna have to go with the resource that we have.
Yeah.
Tucker Williams, he's still working on the power.
Our company won't put a pole over next to the building? They run it from pole to pole?
We prefer not to have a pole.
Which,
In fact, it's a little cheaper, they said to us, going underground than it would be to have a pole.
Going underground and putting our own pole in.
Cheaper through them.
Well, we're paying for it. So,
I know, but cheaper.
I mean,
than
we're
their-
paying for it. Yeah,
But then you
yeah.
gotta put the boring into that.
yeah.
Then you gotta add the boring into their number.
Yeah, they're not boring it, we're gonna bore it probably.
Yeah,
So it's
we're the
gonna
ones boring.
be- So when it's all done, it's gonna be more expensive.
Not according to, Mr. Johnson that visited with us from BEC.
Okay.
He said it was
I'm-
cheaper,
I'm-
he said it's cheaper to go boring underground than it is for us to come out and set a pole
Okay.
in Ron area.
I know that the pricing that I've got in the past for boring is super expensive.
Well, he just,
Stupid
yeah.
expensive.
Oh, what was your price?
I don't, it's been a while.
Well, ours is about 5,000.
Jason just said.
Yeah, right, it's expensive to bore.
Yeah, but they usually get 5,000 a pole.
It's
Right
expensive.
now, it's about 5,000 a pole alone. Yeah,
I'm just curious if it's.
yeah, yeah.
We can do that ourselves.
Yeah, have Danny wore it. Excavator.
We did it on the farm, we had to go into the railroad track there and make a little point and shoved it through the backhoe.
Yeah. Timmy Mayotte used to do that. Yeah. Make a sleeve and push it through and cut it off.
I don't think they'll let us do
There's
that.
your sleeve.
what's Corky's first name?
Can you just dig it?
I know,
Like, cut the
Darlene's husband.
You can't,
No,
like,
he's coming.
you can't just cut the pavement, dig it out, and put the pipe in, and drop it
Darlene's
down,
husband, right?
That's an option.
That road.
Just
It's
sure.
gonna be way cheaper doing it.
That's an option.
You got it in the Corky's worse.
We've cut them before.
Cause that way I have to do one
You gotta hire a sheriff and.
Like to go over the road.
Flagger.
All kinds of stuff.
Flagger.
Yeah.
All that shit.
Cutter, excavator, right here.
That's what I mean, is it cheaper?
Yeah.
I don't know. Cut the
I
road,
think-
Don't know.
I don't think.
drop the pipe in and go.
Yeah.
Tell me to do it, I'll do it.
Anything else? I don't have anything else other than that.
Yeah, no, that's why I said if we were done with garage business, it's up to Danny to talk now.
I don't want to.
But it's nice. Awesome to do it.
Because of the weather, everything's so dry now, the roads are getting dusty.
Yep.
I don't really like the grade when it's this dusty. It doesn't work that well.
Well, I'm supposed to rain every day for a week after tomorrow, so.
After tomorrow, well, we might do some grading. If, we have a full crew tomorrow, we might do some grading. And then it's close enough for the rain to work on it, and then we'll start doing that, but. We've been grading a little bit, been ditching, shouldering, several other things. We do something different, usually 2 things different every day. We did signs, we did tree cutting or brush. We've been keeping busy. There's not really much else.
On the reservoir road there, you got that, where that ledge is sticking out. and-
Yeah, I don't quite know what to do with that. I can just put some stone in there and so it's a drop about this much
Yeah.
from the road.
see
I think
that
that's what we
there.
did last time, we just filled it in with crushed stone and the water kind of filters through it or after a while goes around it. Yeah, it's either that or it has to be blasted or chiseled out, and that's quite expensive. Where it is just before the big culvert on top of the hill.
Which puts it right in line with maybe possibly a grant for next year because it's right underneath the hydraulic.
See, that is a hydraulic connector.
If there's a culvert, it's hydraulic.
Yeah, well, there's no culvert, but, we just ditched all that through the, hydraulically connected.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like
Did you get
hydraulically
some stone,
connected will
Jen?
pay for us to.
Yeah.
Right.
just do that, like next year, you can go out there and be like, okay, we need this done, and they'll pay for that.
Oh, well, that's good, that's
Yeah.
good.
Can I get it underneath the same contract?
I don't know if you can get it underneath this one, because it's already been put
It's
out
already-
there, but you can do it again, you know what I mean? I don't know, you'd have to call,
Mark? Or
I'll
Mike?
know, because he's not there anymore, you'll have to let me look it up, because I don't know.
I think
who's-
Sean still does it, doesn't he?
The kid that was out here said that he was leaving, so, yeah, we'd probably have to get a hold of Sean, or
Yeah.
somebody
I
like
mean, if
that.
we can do that, well, that's fine, we can go back next
Yeah.
year and hammer it out.
I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean, that you can.
I mean,
do
it's
that.
in the way, but,
Yeah,
yeah, cause we just ditched both sides of the road there, shouldered it, and stone lined it. So that was all underneath the contract.
so what about the Pearly Road, did you go down there?
I went down there, there's a couple spots that could be patched, but
I'm not talking the road, I'm talking the ditches and everything else
we
along
didn't
the
really
line.
look at the ditches. We had planned on cutting all the brush this year, this winter,
Good night.
and we never got to it. But I didn't, from what I could see of the ditches, they didn't look too bad, but they probably do need cleaning. There's not too many around here that don't.
I know I went down through there with one of St. Pierce trucks the other day, it's fucking, you go down through there, you gotta sit right on the center of the road, and the trees are right against the mirrors.
Yeah.
It, I mean, you go down through there and you look, and it comes right out where the white line would be, it'd come right out.
We,
I mean, it's rough. I mean, you go to,
yeah,
there's
it's,
a,
it's
at the
rough,
end there, the person that was
There's-
complaining, you pull on the road, bang, bang. I mean, that would get it.
I mean, the only thing that's gonna cure that is a paver.
Right, right.
I mean, we could fill some in, but it's not, never gonna cure it.
Oh, it's doing the same thing as this intersection pulling up. By the school.
No, it's just,
No, there's a culvert, there's a culvert out there.
Yes, you do.
concrete that's settling.
But in where it's
No,
like a
if
soft
we
spot,
need something
it's
coming
all
up, we always
crackling and breaking up in the lane.
see, and there was one spot in there that got really bad a few years back. We dug it all out, put all stone in it. And now it works against each other.
Right.
So that's, and that road is nothing but boulders and clay.
When was the last time we went out there, as in our town, went out there and did anything on that road?
Well, we changed the culvert a couple of years ago on it, driveway culvert. It's been, since any major work's been done, it's been a while.
There hasn't been anything done since I've been on the board.
No.
So I said, it's been a long time, so I'm just stating that, you know what I mean, it just,
Go up it.
We go to,
you got about a mile up
The
there.
only thing that's holding,
Go up to,
keeping the brush
just
trimmed
past
back is
Bond's?
Mark. You're going down through there.
No,
to
you
do
go
it.
all the way up to Watson.
So these trees over here, I hit them with the mirror all the time.
Yeah, them should have never been planted.
Right here, I hit them all the time with the mirror.
Yeah,
Go through.
and they should be removed, but.
Lilac bushes.
Yeah, over here, this side of the intersection.
And they trimmed them back. But there's only one way to trim them, and that's right from the roots up.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the King Road, it's not much of an excuse, but we said last fall, we were gonna go in there and trim and chip all that whole bank, but we never got there.
Where's that?
Curly Road.
Oh,
The worst thing about that road is it's a road we don't travel.
Right.
We have
well,
no
that's
reason.
why I brought it up.
So, yeah.
So you don't notice that.
Well,
don't
the
notice
neighbor, the neighbor also was complaining at the end.
Yeah, cause the water's now just, you know what I mean,
Oh,
Culvert?
at the end, you know what I mean, the water's just running right down and it's, yeah,
In Larry's old place,
Yeah.
right? That was
You
it.
know-
There, yeah.
yeah,
Larry's.
Across the path.
yeah, yeah, it's
Southeast?
just, it's filling right up, yeah,
that ditch is full.
yeah. I mean, it's
oh, I
washing,
didn't even
of
look
course,
at, I was looking at the ditch where all the trees were.
no, when you get down to the bottom, everything's just like, right across, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right out through everything, which probably had a lot to do with the water department going, you know what I mean, when they put all them lines in and stuff, but still, it's like right down through there, yeah.
I mean, that's, if it's just that, like on his lawn, you know, we can pack everything up and go down there and do it. It's
Like,
just-
I mean, I don't know, I have not been down there, I have not seen
Honestly,
it.
that, I didn't look there,
Yeah.
I looked up the road.
No, I should have
clean
told you
fill
it was
while
more
you're
the
down there?
ditching in the sides of the
Get rid
road.
of some clean fill while you're down there?
Get rid of dirty fill, I don't care. Yeah, we need, if you need it, you get rid of it.
I think that does raise attention to all the roads
Yeah.
as we look and see what they're doing on 105. They're scraping all the shoulders down.
Yeah.
A lot of our roads too, the shoulders are higher than the pavement.
Yeah, and we're.
And the water's not being able to,
And we're doing
shed
as
off.
much as of it as
Right.
we can do. I
right,
mean,
right.
Anybody been down to Richford Road? We did that,
Yeah.
we still ain't done.
Yeah.
But that looked good what you did do, because I
They
did
did
go down
it
that
around
way.
here too.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we did it
yeah,
here. and
yeah, I saw
I'd
that.
love to do the Water Tower Road. We did a lot of that last year, but
Right. Do a little portion each year, right?
we try to get the work, you know. I mean, it don't matter. That was one nice thing we bought the excavator. When we used to rent one, we'd go to a job,
Yeah.
do that job, and then leave.
Yeah,
Because we only had it a certain amount of time. Now
Right.
that we got our own, we get on a job, we,
No,
geez,
No.
we could do this while we're here. We could
Yeah.
do that, and then
yeah,
you never leave.
right. You can give it time when you have the time too.
Yeah, I mean,
Extra.
Was it last year, year before, we did the whole Berry Road? One
Yeah.
end to the other,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah.
And I mean, there's still places out there that catch up on us. We
That might be something that we look at though, as a scheduling thing for a year. Maybe it is better to concentrate. Hey, if you could go on a road, say, okay, we're gonna accomplish this.
You guys do what, probably 2-3 miles every year?
Oh, at least.
Yeah.
How long is the Berry Road? Did it all one shot?
Well, it took us most of the summer to do it. Well, we were broke down through some of it.
Yeah.
It took us a good month and a half.
Yeah,
And, I mean, Richford Road, that was like 3 days this year. We still ain't done it, but
yeah,
it goes along good if you've got the trucks.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I'm waiting for a truck.
yeah,
Takes me 15 minutes to load one, half an hour for it to get back.
yeah.
So,
Well, it's understandable.
but.
you can't bring 3 of them there and just kind of float them
Just park
through,
one
and
in?
when somebody gets
Well,
back, they jump in the other
that
one and
or-
just keep going.
I mean, it depends on where you are. I mean,
You know,
what
I'm just
does it
saying.
cost to have flaggers?
Yeah,
If we get, there's 2
I-
truck drivers staying
Yeah.
inside the road when there's, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Well,
What is
so-
ADA?
What is,
We talked with I called ADA one day and they said they're at least 3 weeks out.
Yeah, but we
at
can
best.
plan ahead of time,
and-
kinda, sorta.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? If you say, okay, this is what we're gonna do in 3 weeks from now, that's just what you're gonna do 3 weeks from now.
yeah.
You can do it that way.
You know what I mean?
but-
It's just, this is the plan. I mean, I
You
know if it's
schedule it,
raining
yeah,
or
but-
something,
I mean,
that's
if-
different.
July 5th through the whatever, just have them come and do all you can do.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
gonna
know
do
what
a
to
week's
do all
worth
your-
and we're gonna, yeah.
right?
I don't know what they
It don't
cost,
matter
but-
if it really I mean, if it's.
We do have
torrential
hired,
downpour, but, I mean.
a
ditching,
hired
but
budget. We
as
may
far
have
as-
to up it next year
Yeah.
if that's the
Yeah.
case, but.
But I think that goes back to what we
Because
were
if we're down a
discussing
man, looks like
overall.
we're down a man.
A little
right?
more
Right.
scheduling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it'd be nice to have somebody here that you could count on. Because, either the weather is the big thing. If it's pouring rain.
but
you don't-
ADA flaggers stand out in
They
the
stand
pouring
in the
rain.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
They do, and, the heat and
And you,
everything else.
yeah,
Yeah,
you guys are in trucks, so,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's up to you guys, if you wanna spend the money for them, but I bet they're expensive.
Well, that's what we can look at.
That's what we'll have to find out.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I called them once and.
Cause they come with all their flags and everything, they won't
Yeah.
use ours, I'm sure they use
And they're
theirs.
the ones, we don't have to insure them, they're contract, you know what I mean, like, they do their thing and.
Yeah, yeah.
It's, well,
So
and
I think,
I don't have a problem with it, but it's one of the deals where you say, okay, we're gonna do this next Wednesday, and then something else happens, and next Wednesday, you're not gonna get to it.
Well, next
You
Wednesday
could-
you have to get to it.
Well, if a road washes out.
Yeah, well,
but those are the
That's
unforeseen
Then we're-
circumstances.
yes, I mean, that-
they'll be flagging for that project, so.
There you go. Yeah,
If it's that bad, you're gonna.
but it's,
Yeah.
it's just, you pay them, it's like running a machine, you
So-
pay them
Yeah.
if they work or not.
No, I'll look into it, I'll see what they do.
So I'd like to make a motion that we
check in.
support and check into it to
Yeah.
help Danny and his team.
Cause right now, we're down, well, there's just two of us today.
To looking into the additional cost for flaggers and to help him with his scheduling for next year.
Cause I think Cecil's, he hasn't showed up for 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
Yeah.
so.
No, I'll look into it, I'll just, you know what I mean, as a general thing, just,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm sure there's more than ADA flag and there's other.
right. But,
You know what I
but
mean?
to help us collaboratively as a team to move it forward,
Right,
I'd like to make a motion that we take this and
right,
we move it forward.
Yeah,
right.
we can do that.
Second it? Second it?
Okay, so the Better Back Roads grant that I put in for the Pleasant View Road culverts, we were denied. They did give me instructions that I can talk to them and see how we can better approve the grant that I put in, that maybe I didn't have enough information or whatever, so I'm gonna
Okay.
call them, but just so you know, we did not get that one.
Okay.
I'll call them, so next year they
Pleasant
can
View.
help me.
Pleasant View,
Yeah.
when did I,
Right across the
This
road
was
from the old
last
Garrow
year.
farm, of the, Jimmy Garrow's farm. Well,
No,
after,
well, Flurries.
Oh,
Just
Flurries
the-
up through
Yes.
Flurries,
Between
okay.
Flurries
Pleasant View.
and, Sweets up there was that big culvert.
Oh, right,
There's a
yeah.
big ass
Okay,
culvert.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. There's a
They're gonna
big
bleep that
culvert
shit.
in
They'll
there,
bleep
and
that.
I went out and took
At least it
pictures
was
and
you,
did all
not me
the
this time.
grant work for it last year, yeah.
There was a donkey up there.
so we gotta do a little,
Jason.
we gotta do a little rewrite on that.
Well, that's why I said we can put it back in for next year,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and whatnot, but yes, that's what we, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's that one
Now-
back?
That's where I was told to go, so I'm not really sure. Yes, it is, yes, cause it's all, yes, everything's filling in on the sides, so yes.
Yeah.
But it's okay, it doesn't matter right now, I'm just letting you know we did not get the grant, I will get in touch with them so that we know how better
Yeah.
to write this
Yeah.
grant
Yeah.
the next time, so that we're on the top of the list and
Yeah.
not down here.
now what
apparently.
about, Shawcat Road? Now, that was going under,
No, right now, we still have to get a,
we gotta get
yes,
an
we gotta have
engineer,
the engineered thing and everything else, and that's gotta go underneath a structures
the
grant
structures grant.
next year, so, cause we stopped the one we put in to go for that second one next year.
And
But we
gotta
still
a
have to have that,
hydraulic study.
yes, the hydraulic study.
And I think,
Oh, we're still waiting, yes.
still waiting for Chris
Yes.
to do that one? Okay,
Ah, yes, cause it was supposed to be here before June 1st, and yeah.
so you're gonna wait for the state.
Yep, that's on the reservoir one, and then we need one on the Shawcat Road, okay.
Cause that's
Yeah.
gonna be an expensive one.
Cause when I told him, he said he'd get it to me within a week, and that was like 6 weeks ago.
Big,
Pretty good size, yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, a lot of water rolls down
I
through
know,
there.
it goes by my house and it just picks up a lot more all the way down.
Be a box culvert.
So Adam Whitney also sent a message, which we've been over before. Do you guys all know where he lives on the end of Robertelli Hill?
He bought where David Chevalier
Yes.
and Krista used to
Yes,
live.
used to live and out through there, so, and he's asked this question before, because he would like the town to take over the road and plow all the way, of course, he has a long driveway, and plow all the way out through there, and I'm not saying that that's right or wrong, I'm just saying like, yeah, cause he said, what I would like to talk to someone about having the town take care of the end of Robertelli Road to plow and maintain past the turnaround for the last 3 houses? There's not 3 houses.
Well, there's,
Do you go to the red gate?
no, we stopped right at,
Used to be with the heck.
that you see a cross culvert that
Who
dumps into the
is,
pond.
who has that place up
It used to be the old Dussault house.
It is still Duso, it's Mike Duso.
Mike
that owns
Duso.
it.
It used to be
Yeah.
Johnny Duso.
Johnny Dussault, we stopped right
there?
there.
Who else is there?
So there's another one with the,
Yeah.
that goes
You've
up
got
around the
Lonas.
pond, there's a driveway.
Yeah, that is,
He used to work for the gas
Where we
company,
lifted
right?
that guy up.
Yeah.
yes.
The fuel company. Rupert?
Rupert.
Rupert?
Okay, he's down
Rupert.
below.
Ruprecht.
He doesn't go
Ruprecht.
around.
Ruprecht at the corner.
He's got the beef
Yeah,
there.
back on the corner. But he's up there too though, right?
But the one
But
you're
he's
talking
on it.
about, they've sold it to, some other couple, so they don't own it anymore, but yes. But you have Roche Plage. Where are they up there?
So you got the trailer with the pond, cause you
Yeah.
turn around before you get to their driveway.
Okay, that's.
Yeah,
okay,
then you've got
that's
the
Roche Plage
driveway
up
with the
there.
pond, and then it must be Chevalier's. There's no more houses up there, is there?
Okay, no. Where's Luna and all of that?
This way.
So
Well,
you-
there's
so
two,
no-
Luna's
there's
is back
the
down towards
Duso
Ruprecht.
place, but isn't there another one?
Yeah, there's,
There's two on the
is-
right.
Two close to where your right away is,
And
right?
then
I
there's
know
well, no, but there's another guy in the back.
Right, there is, and I'm trying to think because.
You remember he used to help us here, he was a computer guy,
so
he
Yeah.
passed away several,
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And
I haven't
some
been up there in a
new
while,
person has bought it, but yes, there is three
Yeah.
out there.
There's somebody
Yeah, there
there
is.
that works for Champlain.
So we're just gonna plow 300
That's
feet
Adam.
and turn around. Is there a spot to turn around up further?
I have no idea.
Now, Adam's the one that works for Champlain,
Okay.
yeah.
See, I know it always used to be, and I don't know for sure how what it was, but if anybody lives on a class 4 road and they want it dropped to a class 3 road so that we maintain it, they have to bring it up on
The
their
state specs.
state specs on their penny.
But the select board still has to agree to
And then
it,
we
no
have
matter
to-
what they do, yeah,
Then the select board has to agree to do it.
Right.
yeah.
Is it that bad, that road? It's all pretty good, ain't it?
Well, no, there's a cross culvert in there that would have to be replaced. It's no big deal. Like I said, I've only been up there like 3 times
I
since
don't-
I've
I
been
think
there.
we'd have to go up to evaluate it.
I don't even go up
I
there.
think we'd have to go up and look at it,
Yeah.
evaluate it,
I'll swing up someday on my side by side and go to the end.
take a peek.
I really don't want you going by their signs.
they got it posted.
You know, and,
They have a fit, there's a dead
No,
end sign.
I
they
will
don't-
send, I have his email,
Well,
he emailed
oh,
all
well.
of this, I'll just email him back and say somebody from the select board will go up and evaluate the road and get back to you.
and
I'll
is
do
that,
it
is that
simple.
town, and so is that in writing, is that private property?
No, well, if
Or
it's
is it
considered
town?
a class 4
Well,
road.
they make it look like it when you go up there, I can tell you that, with the signage.
You wouldn't, oh, right.
Yeah, the
Right.
signage, they don't want anybody up there, but
I
they
don't
want
know
us to
if
take
that's
care
I
of
was
it.
to take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Is
I
that
got
think
mixed
there's a-
feelings on this
Well, I
one.
think there's a fine line there,
class 4?
right?
Well, that's what I'm asking you.
And they're gonna have a place to turn
You
around.
just said if somebody had a
And who's
class
gonna
4
give up that
road, they were
location?
making a class 3.
Right?
If it was never a class 4 road, then that
just don't
doesn't
go up there.
apply.
Yeah,
Spin
if
that.
it's,
But that's
No.
all through
if it's
road,
not,
right? It
well,
used to come out back.
they
near
said it
King's.
always used to come out up on a King Road somewhere, but I don't know if it,
I can look into that too.
I mean, all you do is look at the map, and the map will tell you if it's a class 4 road that's,
I don't think there's enough light. Oh, I didn't even turn the lights on.
Yeah, it's getting darker.
Right now.
It is getting dark in here.
Going green.
I didn't know if we forgot to pay the
Is that
power
solar
bill or
power?
what.
Pull it pretty quick.
Do you forget
What
I
the
don't
class?
have electricity, so I'm always in the dark?
And you know,
where am I?
Danny, too, if that was a class 4, and if it was discontinued,
Well, we didn't.
that's another,
We didn't throw no roads up.
oh, no, but I'm just asking the question. If at some point that
There
was
was a time where
discontinued,
there was a lot of going on.
and they said, nope, no more here, it's privately owned, okay?
Whether we wanted to throw up roads, I would
Right.
thought before that
Right.
at all.
Well, let's do it this way. I've got a brand new map.
Cause I always figured with this town, you gotta have 200-foot road frontage, and there's these big deals that you gotta have, so why would you wanna get up in the road if somebody owns the land that's got an old road through it? Now they wanna throw lots, they wanna
Well-
throw roads, and that's why I wouldn't let them throw no roads
Well,
up.
there may be a caveat to all this here too, right?
But somebody said that used to go all
Yeah.
the
As I
way.
said, I'm
Yeah.
totally against throwing up any roads.
Yeah,
It went from here to there, but it's not. You must have pulled
No,
it
it's,
up.
yeah.
Yeah. This is what the town, or what the.
Cause I think along with that property is 60 acres, I think there's there.
Where's that?
Oh, I knew David Chevalier, he was a plumber too, so I know. We worked together.
Same thing on that one, yeah.
We actually worked together on quite a few projects.
It's all been.
So while they're on that one, the next thing I have is Tony.
Right, that's
where we stop, right there.
Town
So I don't even know, that's not even a class 4 road.
So we need
fire
to make
warden,
we need to make a motion.
yes, go ahead.
Reappointing Tony for forest fire warden.
I'll move that.
I second it.
You're Yogi Bear.
Okay, so the
I'm
select
Yogi.
board
Thank Yogi. Thank Yogi for
But
that.
everybody else signs after
What's his
you.
name?
Okay.
Yeah, Yogi Bear, but I can't remember who's the
Tony, you
Smoky.
probably should
Smoky
not
bear.
sign this one though.
What?
I said, don't sign this one.
I won't.
Okay.
the rest of the on here.
Not Yogi, Smokey.
So the next thing for, and I don't care if you guys don't wanna look at it, it's something we do every year. No, it's our financial controls, this is what, it's state statute that I give this to you guys to look at
You're well liked
every
on
year.
here.
It just says how we deal with our financial stuff, like who does what, and like, you don't have the same person opening the mail and paying the bills and signing the checks and, yeah, all that kind of stuff. And it's a lot of repeat crap, but.
There you go, sweetheart.
Thank you. Oh, whoops, I am so sorry, Tony, but you do have to sign as the fire warden.
I thought you had to sign it.
Not as a select board member. It's underneath everything down, you see where it says town.
Town
Yeah,
fire
right there,
warden.
yes, please. Yeah, I'll do the dates, it's fine, thank you. I like the bottom one, does the town loan money to town employees?
Yeah,
Thought had never crossed my mind until I read that.
maybe in the old days they did, but
Yeah,
not
they probably
anymore.
did. There should
Used to
be.
be. It used to be back in the day.
You're gonna sign the things?
That's what they did.
We need a motion for it.
Well, I
To
can
accept
tell you,
it.
well, I can mention here, Emily, I have select board members attended financial training. I can tell you I have.
Oh, that's
Don't
great,
know.
yes,
Yep. Managerial accounting, cost accounting.
yes, okay.
So as the board, we do have that
Yes.
with us. And maybe others.
Which one was that? 'Cause now I'm.
Go.
The
Oh, right
first,
here.
the first don't know.
You said trainings on record keeping, Mark?
Have select board members
Oh, it
attended
is.
financial trainings.
Like certain questions.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, way up the top.
Okay, so we were gonna go with yes on this one. Yep. Yep.
A lot of these I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Does the town have any written policies or procedures for financial operation? But don't you have someone that gives you tax guidance or something?
Yes, we do.
On a yearly basis?
Yep.
Does that fall underneath that?
It could, cause, yeah, like we have Nemrick and then, yeah, all
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah.
yes.
So maybe that's something you can look at to see.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're good.
Yeah, me too. Close enough.
Who is our auditor for?
Right now, we only have Linda Sweetser
Yeah.
and Hildy Jamada,
Yep, that's right.
because Carol's no longer here
Yep,
to do
Yep.
that, which is okay. I mean, we've gotten by with two.
Right.
We can find a third, it would be
Right.
awesome.
right.
And you should just hit somebody up, guys. It's like 3 to 4 times a year, 2 to 3 hours a day.
But I
And-
think that would be something that we would wanna ask them, Emily,
Yeah,
to see, maybe they have attended training
yeah,
on a,
right. So I'm just, yeah, because it's really
or,
not a
or
lot
they
of
may
work.
have education pertaining to that
Right, because.
as a degree.
Well,
or
yeah, because
something.
Hildy's treasurer, you know what I mean, she's trained in that stuff. And of course, Linda worked at the bank and stuff like that, so they have that.
So that might
training.
not be a don't know then?
Yeah.
Or it could be
It
looked
could
at.
be that,
Yeah,
yeah. But
yeah.
like I said, and you don't need any qualifications to really come in here. These guys will teach you what you're looking for and go over all of this stuff. People think that you're really just trying to look for something that we're doing wrong, and that's not the case.
Right,
You're just going over everything to make sure that it looks good if somebody was to come in here and actually.
yeah.
Well, it is.
And they could stumble across somebody having,
If they were gonna do an audit,
No,
Yeah.
believe me, if they see something, they're like, hey, come here, and I'm like,
yeah,
what? You know what I mean, like,
yeah.
and we have written notes for everything, like, okay,
Yeah.
this is why we did this, or, yeah, no,
Yeah.
they're pretty good at that,
Usually
for
you're,
sure.
you're usually, from the accounting practices, either you're following some kind of a gap process, or you're not.
Yeah,
So that gap is your general accounting, acceptable accounting practices.
yes.
That
gas
you use on a regular basis.
fee. Yep, gas fee.
And that's what kinda gets you
But
reeled in and,
As long as you're consistent with everything you do, it's.
with
okay.
gap,
Yeah.
yeah.
so I move to accept these as written with the change of, yes on the financial trends.
Oops, Jesus Christ.
I did it again.
You did.
There's
That's
our first
the
TT tonight. There's our first TT tonight.
You did that on purpose, I know you did. Did you see, you saw me write your name down anyway. Okay, so the next thing
You
I
just thought you were
have,
falling asleep, that's why.
so we talked about getting the speed sign, and we've also talked about the fact that there may be some grants coming out for it. And when we do order this, it takes 3 to 4 weeks for it to come out. So we are in the middle of the summer, but we do have time. I just wanna bring it up one more time to say,
Jeez, Montgomery, I think's got 3 of them.
They got 'em all
but
over.
nobody's actually said anything about it again, too, so I don't, I don't know.
I guess if we get a grant for one, we might as well have one, right?
I know, but they don't have the grants out there yet.
No,
That's
but
what
when
we,
they
that's
do-
what we've
Right.
been waiting.
I think
mean,
it would
if they
really
could-
pay in West Berkshire.
If we had one, then
That's what they're saying, so, it's about, we got $4,000 set aside for it.
Yeah, just, when the sign's flashing, you oughta slow down.
yeah,
You see it,
Well, it gives them a reminder, right? And I see it
Montgomery's
occasionally,
got 4 of them, I think.
and I see it occasionally on 105, going to St. Albans, but going through Sheldon, that little beacon of yellow,
Oh, everybody goes,
you know what? Slow her down a little bit. It gives you that second reminder.
I'm just letting you know, like, I cannot, I can call him right up, he'll have it, ordered, but like I said, they're a month to 6, 8 weeks out before you're ever gonna get it, but
Right.
we can, okay.
I say we try to get one and just then we'll have it. So.
But how are they powered?
solar.
It's all solar now?
It's all solar.
Oh, good, good.
The thing is,
Like
we
that.
can go with this one at that, but eventually I'd like to get some more posts so you can move it around.
Yeah.
But it's easier if you have, you know what I mean, you have the post in the ground, you just pick it up and you go slide it on the next.
Yeah, like you
post
look
and
in
the next
Enosburg on
post.
Main Street, they got
Yeah.
a post with, I don't know if they put an extension on it or
There's
something.
there's an
But
Yeah.
they pull it, and
Oh.
they drop it down in.
Yeah.
And they'll move it from the Orchard Street to
Okay,
Main
okay,
Street.
well, that makes
down.
sense.
Rather
They
than-
might have
Water
two,
Tower
they got 2 or
Road.
3 of
The
them.
one on the Water Tower Road, I think it's there most of the time.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not there now.
No,
It's not there
they
now?
moved
But
it.
they move it around.
It's down on Main Street, I
But
think.
like Montgomery's got one coming off 242, they got one
They got a
coming
pile
into
of
the village.
Going
they
into
got
the
one-
village,
Both
they got one.
villages.
One going into, yeah, they got,
Yeah.
Even coming from back from Eden Way, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, by, yeah, Castons, they got one.
Yep.
So, we need a motion on going forward with the speed sign?
Make a motion.
TODD, okay. So the next one is, Stacy LaFar had asked, because her son was looking for some summer help and didn't know if the town had anything that would be available for them. I'm not sure, like, I can't think of anything town-related
Got some weed whacking?
that a
The hell is he?
16-year-old could do.
16.
Yeah.
See,
Well,
cause
you're
16
16.
seems there, we're running into,
Oh, but isn't 16 acceptable?
Well, that's what I was hoping you guys knew, if not.
I know,
I'll-
I think 16
I think
is,
it
but I'm
is.
not
I
100%
think it
sure.
is, but we'd have to verify
I
it to
think
make
15
sure.
is not, I think 16
I
is.
think 16
I'm
is the
not-
breaking
I'm
point.
No, I can
100%
ask
sure
VLCT, cause they hold our
Yeah.
insurance, they'd be the best
Yeah,
people to ask.
absolutely.
If he likes weed
Okay.
whacking, we got guardrails.
Yeah, we got some
Well, I'm just saying,
encouragement, like to see
yeah,
that
you
extra
do
young
some
people wanting to
things like
work.
that and-
Absolutely,
Okay, yeah, no,
absolutely.
that's good. Okay, so on my next thing, you guys all got my,
How old are they gonna be to flag?
well, I'll look.
You'd
but-
have to go to class.
cause, no,
I mean,
just,
if they got,
Those are
if they
online.
got driver's license,
Those are
I
online
mean,
now.
they're.
it's 16,
I don't-
yeah, he must have a license to drive here.
Yeah, no, so that's okay, no, let me
Chief
look
Flaggers.
into it.
And now,
Does he have a license?
yeah, Stacy's oldest does, and Colin got one.
Yeah, okay.
I stopped your house where I came in.
I know, I was sitting on the porch. I was just walking across the porch and I see you pull in.
So you guys all got my email about the gun incident down on the horseshoe / camp road /
Oh, I didn't
all of
hear
that? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you
So
target practice and.
I'm sure, like I said, there's two sides to every story. I am really not fond of having a noise ordinance. We already have a junk ordinance.
Oh,
We cannot
Yeah.
actually control, like we tried.
No, Wayne,
You
little
can
guy
find
there,
somebody to no end, but
Yeah, right. He used
the
to
most
live
you
with
can do is
Michelle.
put a lien on their property, and if they don't ever sell, you're
He lives up there, and I
really
guess
just
on the
wasting
weekend, his buddies come
town
over
money
and all
and
shoot
town
all
time
day.
to deal with it.
I
And
don't
a
know who
noise
died with
ordinance,
it
like
from rain,
how do you regulate
Well,
gun
I mean, that's
control
something I don't want
when
Sean
people are
to
allowed
do
to
on
target
there.
shoot?
Yeah, I guess
Like,
they-
how do you
all
say
day
that?
long.
If they were
1
doing
hour
it,
is
that-
too much, 5 hours is too much.
If they were doing it themselves.
If they're, do you know what I mean? If they're doing it on their own
who
time,
was-
I don't think we can do
They
that.
said he set up some big speakers and was blasting music,
Who's that?
the guy that complained,
Really?
yeah. I
That's
can't
a-
remember, I talked to somebody, they were telling me about it.
Oh.
Wayne has his buddies come, they come over on the weekend, they drink and shoot. Well, he turns these speakers, put the music on full blast.
Well, I'd be good thanking him, they can
Yeah.
shoot and listen to good.
Well, and that's what I'm saying, is then he went over there and it just commenced to going a whole lot longer after he,
Yeah.
do you know
Well,
what
he
I'm
didn't,
saying?
he didn't help
But,
himself.
and there's
No,
no
the guy's gonna do it
other,
just 'cause-
there's
Wow.
nobody else in that area, and as you guys know, that's a huge area where there's a ton of people that are hearing this. Nobody else is complaining at this point, so I don't know what to, you know what I mean? Is it just kind of one of those deals
They
where,
probably don't like one another for some reason.
Really?
Well, it sounds like, what I'm hearing anyways, it sounds like somebody was loud and then somebody countered.
right? So it just made an escalated.
More of a dispute,
Send Tony up there with a jug of juice
Uh,
on a Friday night.
possibly a dispute between the two on,
Yeah,
Right,
Who's the other guy?
Jamie Tillotson,
yeah.
Jeremy.
I know the other one.
Yes, it's Sarah's brother-in-law. Yeah, okay, so we'll just table that for now, okay, that's good. So, my last thing that I have is our garage CD is up for renewal or cash-in come June 5th.
oh,
We take it out for every 6 months. Do we just go with it for another 3 months so that we're still or we can put it in a money market and still get interest on it? Like, do we cash it in, or should I turn it around to a 3 month, or just?
What'd you get on it?
So we can put it in a money market, and their money market is actually getting quite a
I
bit,
think
and that's what we're
5.
doing with the
Are
loan.
they getting 5? I
Yeah,
think so.
and so when we get the loan that's coming out on the 10th, they're putting that in a money market, so when we're not using it, if this does take longer than we thought, we're gonna be getting interest. Like, right now, we took the line of credit out, we're getting about $400 to $500 a month on the line of credit we took out, because we haven't used it all, and
Right.
this is gonna be the same thing, so when we're not using it, it's actually gaining money.
Well, I
So
think we
I'm
gotta
just
have it So
thinking,
that we can get it.
I-
cash it in and
I
put it
would
in a
probably
money
say we
market
need to get our
account.
hands on it.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, in case we
I
need
mean,
it.
we don't know how long the state's gonna go.
No.
But we need to be able to be ready.
Right. So-
I think
okay.
we all agree
So
on, we
we'll
need to
put
be
it in the
ready.
money market account, that's all good?
Yeah.
Okay, all I need is an agreement, like, I'm actually allowed to do that without consent, but I just thought
Oh,
I'd run it by you
no.
guys for sure.
I move, yeah,
I
I
just
move
thought
we
that
take
was
it
the
out
best-
and get
Best
some.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no, great, that's all I have.
Well, that's it.
That's it.
All
I
right.
move to adjourn.
I
Okay.
second.
8